Good morning everyone. I thought that today I'd bring you a review of a rather peculiar watch. It's a Russian one, but it's not a Vostok for a change. It's a Shturmansky, which loosely translates as a navigator's watch, and they're all to do with the Soviet space program. We'll go into a bit more detail in it right away. If you're interested, here's the little hang tag with the movement and the model number, and little instruction book, which you don't really need because it is a very simple watch, as we shall see. Now, some of the sharper-eyed viewers might have noticed an unusual feature of this watch. It's a nice dial. You've got the map of the Earth, and the red bit is obviously the Soviet Union. But have a look at the little red Sputnik that orbits the dial, and you might ask yourself, well, okay, where's the second hand? Okay, I don't want to spoil your fun, but that little Sputnik is actually tacked to a transparent plastic disc, which takes the place of the second hand. Quite an unusual move, but I don't know if it's unique, but it's certainly a bit of fun. I don't know if we can get this. The lettering, let's try and, I don't want to mess about with the focus too much, but there we go. As you can see, it says Shturmansky, and it's one of a limited edition. This is 1,915 out of 2,000. Well, for reasons I'm going to go into, it is a bit of a limited edition. Just some basic info. It has a 40mm case width, takes a 20mm wide strap. You might be wondering, well, what's a Polyot 2609 movement? Well, put it briefly, it's a copy of a very, very old Swiss Valjoux design. This is hand winding only, and it doesn't hack, but at least it hasn't got a date position, so I suppose we should be grateful for small mercies. The crystal is, I've checked it, it's mineral. I've had this for about 2 years, and basically it's been losing about 40 seconds a day continually. It has a nearly 2-day power reserve, but it just consistently loses that amount of time. So I thought I'd take the back off and see if I could improve that situation a little bit. What gets me is that the performance on this movement is all over the place, as you can see from the time graph. It was losing 40 seconds a day, and I tweaked it. I got it to minus 11 seconds there. Taking this very primitive movement, well, I say it's primitive, it's Polyot 2609, which is based on a very, very old Valjoux design from about the 1940s or 50s. 17 joules, it doesn't hack. You've got the regulator, however, and I haven't tweaked it very much. Another little tweak, and now it's gaining 36 seconds. The beta has gone up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to get this quite right, but we'll have one more go with it. To be honest, I don't know if I get it any better than this. As you can see, it keeps going up and down, even when it's perfectly still. So I think we'll take that. Alright, so this is what the Bolton is doing by comparison. It's losing a bit, but there's no beat error. And when you change the angle, it gains time slightly. So I don't know whether that's an issue with the time grapher, but the interesting thing is that these two watches cost pretty much the same, which I don't know. Seems to me that the Sturmanski is not a very good value proposition. It's got a really ancient movement in it, and yeah, if we go back to look at that, it's pretty good, isn't it? So let's get the back on the Sturmanski again and wrap up. Lo and behold, I got the back on. With the age of this, I bought this a year or two back in a fit of megalomania, thinking I could do a proper job. But as you can see, we've managed to put the back to its rightful place, and I think this actually doubled as a crystal remover, but with the right attachments, it clapped the back on again without destroying the crystal, which I think is a bit of a bonus. So there we go. Just a customary wrist shot for you. It didn't come on this strap. It came on a branded strap, which was horribly stiff, and I've never used it. Got this off Escapement Time Flieger. What's the roll there? Let's see if we can keep it in focus. And we can. Okay. We'll go to the wrap up shortly. Just a quick lineup of what we're having for Monday lunch. Got some smoked salmon, some cream cheese, a bit of green salad for the healthy option, and some interesting dark bread rolls that come ready sliced. Okay, we've put a bit of cream cheese on each the bits of bread. We'll add a little. Next, I'll do a bit of smoked salmon. Note to self: wash hands before handling the camera. Jesus. Lastly, so some people don't like dill, Russian ukrop. Let's have a teensy bit if I can. That's all you need. Right, I'll scoff that, and then we'll come back for the wrap up on the watch. Well, I've included the Bernie in this last shot because, by comparison, the Sturmanski, though it's interesting, is a pretty terrible value proposition. To give you an idea, the Sturmanski, I bought about 2 years ago, cost over 3 times as much as the Bernie, which has a hacking movement, lots of loom, and sapphire crystal on both ends. It comes with a very nice mesh bracelet. I had to source something else completely for the Russian watch. However, it is a very interesting thing to wear, and as an update, I messed about with the movement about a day ago, and it's gained about 11 seconds, which is a lot better than it was doing, so I think I'll take that. Anyway, you've taken enough from me today, so I'll wish you a very pleasant Monday. Bye for now.